I forget what part this is. I know I'm going to animate the fish, but it's probably 5 or 6. Doesn't matter. I'm going to use an FFD to animate the fish. Where is it? Right there. And first I'm going to pull it over the fish and fit it to the object. Now I'm just going to pull this up a bit so that I know that all the points are securely within the cage, and it just needs to move over the Z-axis. So I'm just going to put this up to 6 and pull these down. Don't need them. That's it. Let's see. Actually gonna make this a little bit wider. So pull up the X a fair amount. Why? Because later on I'm gonna add the side fins. I forgot those. It's not really important. There's gonna be a school of fish. They're gonna be tiny. You're not gonna see it. I'm gonna go to F2 and zoom out. Well, actually press O, it's easiest, and the tip of the tail is in it, the nose is in it. Maybe pull it up a little bit more. Now I know that they're actually in it, and make my timeline tiny. So let's put this down to 10, 11. Now, what I need to do is actually make the motion of the fish with the FFD object switch off these tracks. You're not going to record these. Just put on point level animation. I'm going to go to points, selection tool. We know that this is switched off. That's fine. I have to actually, when I do this, I need to know that there's 4 points selected, not just 2. Oh, by the way, you can tell that my fins are not properly matched up. Hang on. Let's fix that first. Go to the front view, and I'll just select the polygons. Hang on, I need to select the fish. Select the polygons and check the polygons, because I think I got too much. No, I got too little. F3, hold down the shift key, select these, and pull out the FFD object. Go back to the fish. Do I have all the, no, these I don't need. Of all the fins, and they're all askew, so I have to set that back. Go to mash, commands, you know the drill, set point value. It's already set to 0, apply, and now it's all straightened out. Right, let's go back to point mode, put the FFD back, and we're gonna make some animation. F2. Now the head is basically fixed, so you're not going to use these 4 points. Let's first start with taking these points and pulling them to the left. Now I took a look at the grid and I lined this point up to this grid line. I'm going to do exactly the opposite with the tail. I'm going to select these 4 points, and I'm just going to pull them up pretty far, because the tail is basically the thing that moves the most. And I'm lining up the pivot point to this grid line. So I'm getting this weird S shape. Give it a keyframe and go to the end of the loop, which is like 10 frames, and give it another keyframe. Now I need to basically do the opposite halfway through the animation loop, so I'm just gonna put these ones right here and take these two and pull them up right here, right there. So this point is lined up with that grid line again. Give it a keyframe. Now we have in between frames, it's an even number, so I have to pick the 3 and the 8 or the 2 and the 7. Let's just go down here. Let's see. Well, let's take the 3 and I'll pick up this one and we'll pull that out right here. Give it a keyframe and go to 8, and we have to do the opposite, so pull it out right here. Keyframe. So what we got now is basically a fish that swims. Its head is not completely still. Again, it's not important. Because there's this point level animation, we can't just loop the track. We have to go into Shift F3, the timeline menu. You can also find that under the Windows pull down menu. And I'll just take all these keyframes, which is the point level animation, and I'll just cycle them. Going to key, cycle, and give this a go. Don't click the offset button in this case. So it's going to make 200 of these motions, so you get loads of keyframes. This is fine. Great. And if I make the FFD invisible, basically I have this is pretty screwy because my timeline is so short, so I'm just going to give it the full 250 frames. Looks rather nice. Maybe a little bit over the top, I don't care. So we got this. Next up, we're going to make a school of fish using a particle system.